Reploids. Hello everyone, and welcome to another exciting edition of Ramblin Reploids. My name is Coleman X, and as always I'm joined by my good buddy and co-host...
Who am I again? What's my name?
Ricky the Steamboat?
What is it? Is it Stitch? Glitch?
Witch?
Something like that. Yeah, it starts with a B. I don't know.
Sandwich.
Sandwich. I am Sandwich from Reploid REVO. That was stupid. It was pretty crummy making those bread jokes.
Womp womp, but I'm trying to cut carbs.
Anyway.
What's up everybody? Hope you're all doing good.
Yeah, how's it going? We're back again for another round of favorites.
Yeah, this time we are doing favorite Mavericks to complement our Robot Masters. If you haven't seen that,
Indeed.
Check it out and tell us how wrong we are.
Yes, exactly. Tell us how wrong we are about the least best.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, let's you know what? Let's just jump right into it. We're going to be doing all the X games and a little bit of peppering of some other stuff. So let's just jump right into it.
Yeah. So we'll just go ahead and start.
Yeah, X1.
Is that the one we start with? Number 1?
Yeah. I mean,
I was thinking of starting with like 6 or something. That doesn't make any sense. Let's start with 1.
We already did Mega Man 9, which comes before Mega Man X. So
yeah, you know what? You're right. That makes a lot of sense.
Boomer Kuwanger is my choice.
Quingus?
Yep, the Uncle Quingus. He's here. He's always been my favorite, and then once the stream name of Uncle Quingus caught on, I'm like, I can't quit you. He's just he's so gangly and weird, and but
okay,
like
Boomer. Had to be said. You know, people were already typing it down in the comments.
Oh yeah, but I just like I love the horns. That is a full functioning boomerang. I don't know how he pulls it out without removing part of his skull, but you know what?
Don't think about it too hard. It just works.
It just works. And you know what? He's got a little shell on his back that you never really get to see it, and that's...
Yeah, it's only really visible in like one piece of art where he's like dashing towards you or something, and you could see that he's got like little beetle wings. Yeah. He doesn't read like a beetle to me, because when I think of beetles, I think of like round little chubby guys, you know, like little round things. More like your typical gravity beach bood. But instead we get this long gangly looking dude. But I guess he's a beetle.
Yep. And
he looks more like an ant to me.
He does look very anty. I guess that helps with the confusion.
Well, it's also because everyone else has such normal names, like,
yeah,
you know, Storm
true.
Eagle, okay, Chill Penguin, alright, got you, Sting Chameleon, understood, Boomer Kuwanger? Like, correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think a Kuwanger ain't no animal I ever heard of.
Let me go get my Kuwanger farm.
Is that English? Do they speak English in Kuwanger?
I want to give special points to Boomer Kuwanger Limited. Nice dark green color scheme. It looks pretty neat.
Oh yeah. All of the limited versions of the Mavericks are pretty awesome and kind of crank up their animal features to like 11. Like Chill Penguin is one of my favorites, of course. Like Chill Penguin's good, but he could be better. And then and then there's Chill Penguin Limited, and he turns into an Emperor Penguin. It's like, yo, or whatever that is, the one with the crazy eyebrows or something. It's so cool.
Is Chill Penguin your choice?
No, he isn't actually. I mean, I like all of the ones from X1, so it's one of those things where like I have a hard time picking. So
yeah, X1's pretty solid all around. But I think I've done the Quingus justice. So, what is your actual favorite?
Mine is Launchopus.
Octopardo, okay.
I like Launchopus. Launch Octopus, that is. I think it's a cool design. I think it was so cool for them to be like, yeah, he's gonna be a freaking robot octopus. Like, that's awesome. And I always felt like,
So
yeah, exactly. He's missing his teeth that he had on the box art, but that's okay. They've been replaced with braces. I always thought he had like such a cool attitude because he like points at you and he's like, "You're going down," and it's like, I don't know how they managed to make an octopus do a thumbs down, but they figured it out somehow.
See, the way I always read that animation was, he's like, "You beat me? No way!" And he, that's when he swings it down. I'm like, yeah, I'm a cool 6-year-old.
I always read it as like he's pointing at you like, "Hey, you," and he's like, "You're going down," Yeah. That's what I always thought, and for someone who has no fingers, he that sure did feel like a point.
Yeah, and he's sassy, Maverick Hunter.
And you know what? This is going back to like the '90s idiot kid in me. But like whenever I saw him, I always interpreted his legs as like Nike sneakers somehow. Like, I think it was just like the color combinations, like, you know what I mean? Because he had that like '90s cool guy attitude, and so like I don't know why my mind always interpreted his legs as like sneakers. Like I know that they're not, like, and I mean like everything, like the foot and the shin, for some reason combined to me to be like high top sneakers, and I don't know why that is.
Hey, pump it up and air it out.
Exactly, he's got them Nike pumps. It's instead of air, it's like water pumps.
There you go.
I don't know. Yeah, I always liked Launch Octopus. I thought he was cool. I thought it was neat that they instead of giving him arms, he just has tentacles. You know what I mean? Like,
and
it's really easy
off.
to... Yeah, like, it's really easy to give a character, like, a humanoid body and then slap on, like, animal features to them. But for, like, Launch Octopus, they, like, really went all in on it. And they were like, no, like, these are his arms, The only thing they did was, of course, give him legs, because it's kind of like, well, he needs to have some humanoid aspects to him.
Right.
And I really like that, you can see the missiles in his shoulders. I always thought that was super cool. You can see, like, literally where the missiles come from. Of course, when he, like, slaps the tentacles together and he shoots out, like, the wave of, like, fish missiles. I don't know how they fit inside that tentacle, but whatever, it's cool. I don't know, just, he's really cool. He's actually quite dangerous if you manage to get caught by him. He's one of the few fights in Mega Man where, like, you can't cheese him out with his own weakness and, like, just let him, do his hurt animation and then repeat. You hit him with his weakness, and he's like, "No, I'm still going."
Yeah, like I just buster him. I still think he's the hardest one to tackle first.
Yeah, and on top of that, he has the energy sucking attack, where he wraps you up in his tentacles, and this suddenly becomes a not safe for work game, and he refills his health. It's like, damn, yo, like, that's brutal. Like, I don't know any octopuses that are like, or excuse me, octopi for the marine biologists in the room. I don't know any of them that do that, so it was really interesting that, like, that's the stuff that he does. He uses the suckers on his tentacles to do that. It was really cool seeing all these features rolled into one character. And you can cut off his tentacles using Quingus's weapon.
See? It all comes full circle.
It's like poetry, it rhymes.
Yep. We're the weaknesses to each other, and that's pretty cool.
Exactly. And, yeah, I don't know. It's just a cool boss. I just like that they were ambitious and were like, yeah, let's go with an octopus. That's weird, right?
I'm so glad you beat me to the poetry
thing. Yeah, I was thinking
it was you this
time. I knew
you
were thinking it.
I'm never not thinking it.
Yeah, exactly. I guess my only question is, like, how come in Maverick Hunter X they gave him that really weird personality? Like, they made him super flamboyant and like a show-off, and I'm just like, I did not read that at all from Launch Octopus. Like,
see, that's how I always did, the you're going down thing. Just the way that I interpreted it, and then when he was like, oh, even my explosion is beautiful. I'm like, yeah, I totally get it.
I don't know, like, when I see that, I always imagine him to be like way more cutthroat. Like,
I
less...
can see it.
Like, way less flamboyancy and more like, I am a walking arsenal, you know what I mean? Like, that's how I always interpreted him. Because he's Launch Octopus, not, beautiful explosion octopus.
He's not till you beat him.
Yeah, and you know what? Here's a fun idea. Let's redesign Launch Octopus right now. What if Launch Octopus was something more like I'm trying to think of a cool word for this. What if what if he was like Camouflage Octopus, and like instead of using like missiles and crap, he used like ink and like blackness to like obscure what he's doing or something. Then I can get on board with the whole like, you know, even my explosion's beautiful kind of flamboyancy. Because then you could like joke that he's like an artist or something, and he uses his ink to create, you know, works of art, and then or something like that. Like I don't know, something like that. Someone make an octopus character that uses ink. That's like an often forgotten aspect of, you know, of an octopus and a squid. Like, everyone forgets they can use ink. I mean, Nintendo hasn't. They've made, like, a franchise based on it, but...
Yeah. You know, I'm looking at Octopold Limited.
Octopargo?
And, you know, this is one that I'm not too familiar with, but man, what a good design. Like, he's holding a trident. He's blue and purple. Like, he looks so cool.
All the limited designs, I mean, some of them feel like a little too extra, but I can see what they're going for, and, like, I'm totally on board with it.
But, oh man, this one, like, I think I said earlier, knocks it out of the park, but I can't think of anything better. It just knocks it out of the park. It's so good.
Like, and just a small shout out to, since we're talking about the limiteds, Storm Eagle Limited made a cameo in, what is it, Terminal Montage's video. Something about Mega Man X, like, Part 2 or whatever it was, where he has the epic Keytar battle with Storm Eagle.
Yeah, when I saw Limited, I'm like, oh, alright, good job.
Yeah, that's an actual design. He's not made by Serges, but I kind of wish that he was. That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Storm Eagle Limited, even though Terminal Montage put him in there, he's a little simplified. So for everyone at home, here's what he actually looks like. So you can see, it's like they took his Buster and like cranked it up to like 11. Like, it looks like he has like, what is it, 4 extra Buster barrels around it, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, there's never enough.
There's never enough Buster barrels. You want to make anything seem more powerful, just stick more holes in it. That's how it works. That's the rules of Mega Man.
That's true.
You want to air dash? Put another hole in his feet. Now you have an air dash hole. You want to do a supercharge shot that has like a spiral crush thingamajig? You just put more holes in the Buster. You want to have 4 charge shots all at once in X4? Boom! You just stick 4 holes in the Buster. It's that simple.
When you're right, you're right.
Am I ever wrong? Yes, I am.
Not around me.
Not around you. Okay. Well, anyway, that was X1. I'm glad we got that out of the way.
Yeah. So let's move straight on to X2.
As you do.
As you do. And I'm gonna go with Flame Stag.
Ooh.
I had a hard time with this one. I think X2 has some of my favorite designs. So it was a toss-up between Stag, Moth, and Crab. I love those designs, but I had to go with Flame Stag for one reason. There was one thing that pushed him over the top, and that was when he's low health and his flames turn blue. Oh man, it's just, that adds so much to the design. It looks so good.
Yeah. That is super cool that it does that. I really like that his antlers are literally his flames. I think that's a cool idea.
So
it does
cool.
make him look a little silly when they're not active, though, because then he doesn't really look like a stag. He just kind of looks like a. I mean, I guess a stag is a kind of deer, but he doesn't look like the big, powerful, antlered stag that he's supposed to be. But I mean, I let it slide. It's fine.
Mm-hmm. And I guess Doppler was right behind me on the blue design, because the limited version is just, he's black and blue and orange.
All blue all the time.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know, I like the blue flames. It's just neat. I remember the first time I noticed it, you know, because you fight him and it's like, you know, fire color. And then the next thing you know, it's like, oh crap, it's blue. And then when you refight him, it's like, he's starting blue. He's angry right out the gate. It's great.
Right.
I love it.
Yeah, it is super cool, and it's a nice way to convey their desperation states. Sometimes their desperation state doesn't make any sense, like Wire Sponge, he just looks like he's tripping on acid. Like, I don't know what's going on with that, and then like that just goes away. I mean, it's a simple and easy to program effect, so I'm sure they were fine to just do that. But it's like, you're not conveying the idea to me that this boss is in a desperation state. Whereas Flamestag is like, oh, I get it. He's got blue flames now, because that's how hot everything is getting. So that works out really well. I do like him. He's got a pretty solid design. It was hard for me to decide exactly who I wanted. Yeah. So, you know.
And, you know what? He gives my favorite color scheme to X for Speedburner.
That's true.
So.
Speedburner is a cool weapon, gotta admit.
Yeah, it's so good. So useful. But yeah, enough of me, Jabba John. What do you got for X2?
I got Manga Centipede. No, I'm just kidding. Magna Centipede is the one that I picked because I just think he's a really cool design. I like that he's got multiple arms and he does like ninja stuff. I just think it's so cool that we got like a ninja bug.
Yeah.
I just thought that it was a really cool design. I like that he stands on the ceiling. And he does like all these different like poses and techniques and all this other stuff, and I don't know. He's just a cool design, a cool fight. Has some of the best stage music in X2. It's hard for me to choose bosses in X2 because I feel like all of them kind of fall into the slightly silly category. There's, like I said, how in Robot Masters there's like the monster style one, there's like the handsome style one, and there's like different categories of Robot Masters. And I feel like that's also kind of true in Mavericks. There's like the really cool one, and then there's like the somewhat goofy ones, like you got your Tornado Tunyon and your Gigavolt Manowar kind of things, you know what I mean? And so I feel that like in X2, a lot of the Mavericks kind of fall into that category already. Like they're already like a little silly. Not all of them. Like when I look at Wire Sponge, he kind of falls into like a little silly category. Overdrive Ostrich, I really want to like, but I feel like he's really silly because he has a ridiculously long neck. Bubble Crab also kind of cool looking. Honestly, he was almost going to be my pick. But he also kind of fits into like the silly, squat, goofy looking kind of thing, and that's not bad. Like, these aren't bad designs, of course, but the only one that I think stood out to me that I took the most seriously was probably Magna Centipede, and also Wheelgator. Wheelgator was also pretty good too.
Wheelgator looks spooky.
Yeah, I do like Wheelgator.
Yeah.
But yeah, Magna Centipede wins out because, man, he's a bug ninja. That's awesome.
Yeah, you know what? His limited is probably the least change of any of them. Like, it's hardly different. It just adds more pink. And you know what? That's okay. More pink and like some racing stripes.
Yeah. Because pink ninjas blend in so well.
Yeah. Well, when you're in the cotton candy factory.
Yeah, if you're in a cotton candy factory, forget it. Magna Centipede Limited, he may as well be invisible.
Yeah.
And he can already turn invisible, so that's saying something.
Well, someone out there must really like Centipede because Sigma steals his house, basically. And so do the X-Hunters.
It's true. Everyone lives at Centipede's house. I want to see that as a sitcom.
It's like that one friend in college that no one really likes, but he's got a cool place, so everybody goes over there and just ignores him.
Exactly. I want to see that sitcom. I want to see how it plays out. It's just like, what do you get when you mix a bug ninja, 3 guys who share a brain, and Sigma? Like...
Ding, 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 ding.
Yeah. Exactly. It's perfect. Yeah, Magna Centipede's house. I gotta come up with a catchier name. We'll put it in the comments later when we come up with one. That's it. That's what I got for
Alright.
For X2.
That was a fine choice.
Thank you.
Well, let's go to X3, my personal favorite.
Wait, hang on a second. Weren't we supposed to do the X-Hunters?
You know what? That's right. This was planned.
It was all planned from the very beginning. All is going according to my plan.
Agile.
Hey, alright. Why is he your favorite?
Well, okay, first of all, he's a funny pirate, and secondly, he takes his death so well that he comes back and fights you in an iron lung. And that's awesome. He refuses to
iron
quit.
lung.
And he's the easiest fight both times, and that kind of sucks. But he's just he's a pirate with a pink sword and an iron lung man that crashes into a wall.
I never interpreted him as a pirate before, but now I might have to go get a closer look at him.
It's just the hat.
I don't know what he is. Jacket. Like, yeah, he's so strange and has like these crazy proportions on him. Like, I don't know what the hell's going on. In that case, if you don't mind, my favorite is Sergis or Sergis or whatever his name is. I don't know. These pronunciations don't make any sense. I like him because number one, it's a little Dr. Willy. Mm-hmm. He looks like a little gremlin. Like he looks like what I would imagine like a robot Dr. Wily might look like. You know, kind of like concealing most of his body in like a cloak, and I don't know what's up with like the crazy Russian hat, but like it looks cool as hell.
Yeah, he could shoot stuff out of it, so you know, more power to him.
And I kind of like that he has like one round eye and like one normal eye.
Yeah,
like,
he's always doing the people's eyebrow.
Yeah, something about his face really works for me, and I think this is the first appearance of a metal beard in Mega Man, which would soon become a recurring theme. Yeah, I don't know. I just really like him. I just think he's super cool. He's very Wily-esque because, you know, he is supposed to be Wily. I think it's hilarious that he's super agile. No offense to the X-Hunter agile. Like, he does these crazy flips through the air and stuff, and I'm just like, it just makes me think, like, is this what Dr. Wily could have done all along? Like, you know, is this what he's been hiding from us? He could have done all these crazy flips and stuff all on his own. Like, I don't know. Just something about him is really appealing. He definitely seems like the leader of the X-Hunters to me, despite being the smallest. And, I don't know, it just works.
I gotta wonder if, you know, like, if Wily's just floating in the ether or something, and then someone builds a robot that happens to look kinda like him, and then he takes it over? Or if it was some weird behind-the-scenes, you know, like, I'm going to influence what's going on and make a little me, you know? You know what I mean?
I like to believe that he took over a robot at some point and then just built his own body from there.
Okay.
Like, that's he is floating around as the virus or as an AI somewhere in cyberspace, found a vacant Reploid body, and then just, like, ran off and built his own body or something like that. Or maybe, perhaps, he spoke to Sigma, and Sigma built the body for him.
Okay.
Because Sigma has built Mavericks before, like, instead of just recruiting them.
Right.
He has indeed built his own Mavericks occasionally. So it's very possible that maybe he just built a body for Wily, who was talking to him. And he's like, alright, now make me shorter and able to do backflips, you know? Like...
No, he starts off with, I want to be able to do backflips. And it's like, well, you gotta be shorter. Deal.
Deal. Exactly. So I don't know, that's my little theory. But yeah, I just really like that design. I think he would work as a standalone villain, whereas the other two feel like they need to be part of the trio, in my opinion.
I can totally see that.
But that's just me. Nothing against them, of course. They're all really awesome designs, and they do work best as a trio. And I almost wish that we got to see more of them, but what are you gonna do?
Yeah. And I guess special mention to X-Kai. I forgot he counted as an X-Hunter.
Oh yeah, he's technically an X-Hunter if you read the box of your packaging for that toy.
Yeah.
Not canon to the video games, of course, but
not even a little.
Not even a little, but it is fun to imagine that on top of the X-Hunters, they would have their own evil copy of X that's in black and gold.
Yeah, why not? He's hanging out with Fake Zero. But now X3.
X3. Now we're going to X3.
Beat Bood.
Ah, you got me.
Oh.
I was going to say Beat Bood, but I prepared for this contingency, so carry on.
Alright, he's blue. He gives you the beehole. Okay, for
his ever-expanding beehole.
But really, for the uninitiated, the gravity well in the Japanese version, it's called the bug hole. which if you shorten it down to Mega Man weapon standards, it's the B-hole. And that's just how it is.
That's just how it is.
Yeah.
And for some reason in Japan, his name is Gravity Beat Bood.
Beat Bood! I love it.
Beat Bood. I don't know why.
Why not? That's why.
Yeah, I mean, you know, whatever. I was gonna pick him too. I love his design. I think he's super cool. I like his body shape. I think that he is like the epitome of like a beetle. Like he's what I expected Quingus to look like.
Yeah. It's a rhinoceros beetle.
Yeah, and he's just super cool, and I like that he has control over gravity. I thought that, like, gravity weapons are always, like, my favorite. Speaking of, that's something that Magna Centipede has.
Yes.
I forgot to mention that. Magna Centipede has a magnet mine, where if you shoot it, you can guide it, and it'll, like, stick to things, and then it blows up. But if you charge it up, for whatever reason, you shoot out, like, a little tiny pipsqueak black hole. And you can guide it up and down, but the black hole actually gets larger and larger the more things it sucks up. And I have to watch a video on this somewhere, but someone has done this from like the start of a stage all the way to the end, like the longest possible place that you can do it in.
Yes.
And the black hole becomes so huge, it's like taking up the majority of the screen, and that's awesome.
It's just something that like no casual player would ever see, and then just, hey, check this out.
Exactly. So, so there's that. And then, so gravity weapons I just think are super cool. I think the sprite work for Gravity Beetle's weapon is cool. It's like a little ball and then it creates like a little plasma. Like, you ever see those things in like Spencer's Gifts, little plasma balls you could stick your hand on? Creates one of those around it, and I just think that's like super neat. And I like that if you charge it up, you can just say goodbye and then just throw all the enemies off the screen.
Yeah, X does a cool pose when he does it. It's just
he does a cool pose and he's like, "So long, gay Bowser," and everyone flies away.
You know, I really like his mugshot. Like, it shows some detail that his official art doesn't. And it might just be the different choices of color, but it just looks so cool. It makes you want to pick him. And you know what? I just realized he's a rhinoceros beetle. I wonder if him and Tunnel Rhino ever butt heads. I'm the rhino.
Hey, wait, is he a rhino beetle or is he a Hercules beetle? Am I getting those mixed up? Hercules is the one that has like the wider horns that are like H-shaped, right?
This is saying a Japanese rhinoceros beetle.
Okay.
According to Megaman.fandom.
No, he probably is a rhino beetle. I'm just trying to think like what other... I'm trying to think of what the heck a Hercules beetle looks like, because I know that there's slight differences.
Well, if we look at the limited version, I'm going to stop bringing up limited soon, because we're going to run out. But he's a different kind of beetle, and I don't know my beetles very well, but this might be the one you're talking about. I don't know if you...
Oh, maybe. Oh, yeah. I think that is the Hercules beetle. It has like a little claw on his head.
Yeah. Like, he's got just a full-on pencil on his head. That's cool, and he's like green and brown. He's charging up the gravity in his hand. Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, that's really freaking awesome. Good old Beat Bood.
Yeah, I mean, I love the guy, and just as soon as B-hole came into the picture, it just cemented it, because Crawfish was another favorite of mine. Really strong design, but it's just, I don't know. As in other aspects of life, the B-hole just elevates it.
Yes, the B-hole is indeed elevated.
Yep. But
high in the hair.
I love Beat Bood's design, and it's just it's fun to say.
It is fun to say. Good design, good color scheme. Really like him. An awesome weapon. I mean, it's not super useful, but I do like. It's an awesome weapon. It doesn't have to be that good.
Yeah, it's an awesome concept. Like, outside of the game.
Yeah. Well, since you picked Beetle, I knew that was going to happen. So I went ahead and picked our good old friend Bilzard.
Ah, Bilzard Bufalio.
Yeah, Bilzard Bufalio. Blizzard Buffalo for the uninitiated.
I love when he crashes into the wall when you slightly jump over.
And then he just keeps head-butting the wall, and he's like, "Stop jumping over me, it's pissing me off." Yeah, I like Blizzard Buffalo. I just think he's another nice, solid design. I like that his horns grow when he goes to charge, like they glow and get bigger. I think his little hand poses are awesome. He looks like he's directing traffic, and then ice flies at you. I just think he's so cool, and then he has like the giant ice beam. Like
cool.
that's awesome. Just I don't know, man. He's just a great boss. I just really like his design. I like that they took his big old Mega Man chonker feet and they separated them into hooves. I'm like, yo, that's perfect. Like I totally get it, you know?
Yeah, really good design. I need to know what you think of Bufalio's beta design, because it's really strange.
I need to see it. Oh man, he looks like he's seen better days.
It looks like he's wearing a little beanie hat though, so that's kind of neat, I guess. But yeah, I'm not a fan.
Yeah, he looks like he could be a little better. He doesn't look very intimidating.
It's when he's like a freshman in high school and he's got the braces with the headgear and everyone picks on him. It's before he grew up to be the big intimidating boy that he is.
Yeah, he looks so much better in the later sprite. You know, it's weird. It's such a like mixed bag with the X3 beta, because like some of the designs are like way better in the beta, and some of them are just way not. You know, so it's really difficult. But I personally love his design. I really like ice themed Mavericks actually. I don't know. He's just cool. I just really, no pun intended. I just think he's awesome, and I like the fact that they gave him hooves on his feet. I thought that was a nice detail. So. Awesome stuff.
And he was always the one I would start with, so I've got a special place in my heart for him.
Yeah, I'd always start with him too. So, and I guess the devs must have liked him because they stuck him again in X4 in Frost Walrus's stage, which is the perfect segue because oh my god, X4 Frost Walrus! That's my choice.
Is it really?
Yes, it is. I skipped over you. I rolled double sixes. I get to go again.
Nice.
If I do that again, though, I'm going to get sucked into Jumanji, so I got to be careful. Frost Walrus. I love Frost Walrus. I think he's... Frost Walrus. That guy is... Sounds like he's getting called down for The Price is Right. Right? Go play X4 and pick Frost Walrus and listen to the announcer. And, he's...
And then say, come on down. Afterwards.
Yeah. Come on down! What's on our showcase for today? A new car! You know, and he's just like, I have no need for that. I can just slide across my stomach to get anywhere I need to go. But yeah, I really like Frost Walrus. I think he's got a great design. Again, I love how huge he is. He's like one of the first times I think there's ever been like a truly massive Maverick that you fight as like a normal boss. Absolutely flexing the PlayStation's graphical capabilities. I really like that he's got like the snow spikes in his shoulders. I like that he can like launch those and he can like blow the frost and he creates like a giant diamond thing, and just all of his stuff is really awesome. And I really like his attitude. Like he gotta makes fun of X and stuff. Like it's just awesome.
Yeah, and you know what? Like, his design was good enough to get a sword based on him in X-Dive. And I think it's one of the best looking ones. It's just like always angry, but it's just using the tusks as the blades. That's so funny.
I really like that. It's just his head. Like that's the whole sword handle. And it is cool that the tusks are the blade. That kind of blade doesn't actually make any practical sense, but it looks awesome,
it
so
looks great.
It's fine. And that also reminds me, his tusks are indeed made out of ice, so like I always thought that was super cool. I like that if you hit him with like a fire-based attack, all of the ice parts on him just go away.
Yeah, I was about to point that out.
I thought that was really clever. Really like that they do that. And he's also just kind of fun to like poke fun of, like when you're fighting him and he's like, run! Slides across the screen. It's like, yeah, that'll get me.
Yeah, he just becomes a really impractical Zamboni.
A Zamboni! Oh my god. Someone's got to make that like a character. Like maybe it could be like Zamboni Manatee or something.
Zambonity?
Yes, exactly.
Zambo Manatee!
It's beautiful. But anyway, that's all I got. I feel like I'm repeating myself. Frost Walrus, I think he's awesome. I just like how giant he is. I think that's super cool. His big old fists. But that's it. It's your turn now. Start talking.
Right. Well, I'm gonna go the polar opposite. Go with Magma Dragoon. I didn't want to pick Dragoon because he's the metal man, but
he's the one that everyone loves, you know.
God, he's so cool, or hot, or something. I don't know.
Whatever.
Yeah, I mean, he's just Akuma, but also a dragon, and that's awesome.
Yes, exactly. He's pretty awesome.
Yes.
I really like his big old claw feet. I think that was really sick.
Mm-hmm.
That's really cool. And then Slash Beast is like, what the hell? That's my thing.
Is that claws for shoulders?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Slash Beast was my second choice. I was really close, but I'm like, come on now. He betrayed the irregular hunters and hid himself inside a volcano. That's so cool.
Exactly. That's what you do. You hide yourself inside a volcano when you betray the irregular hunters. It's the perfect crime. Yeah, so many things about Magma Dragoon are just awesome. Like, both in design and also, like, his attacks, and, like, he's just so extreme in everything he does. And he's also, like, the only boss that has, like, the most story relevance. Like, they don't do this often with bosses, if at all. But Magma Dragoon is, like, literally tied to the actual plot of the game. And has, like, a post-death dialogue with you.
Yeah, he's cool. He's only half the man he used to be when he's exploding.
It's true. He's fallen so hard. And I don't know. It's just awesome. Dragoon has a lot of special stuff in X4, and I kind of wish that more bosses would do things like that. You know, like, yeah, they're bosses, and they're ultimately going to be, like, you know, killed for the plot of the game, but why not get them involved? Like, instead of being like, Sigma did everything, you could just be like, well, hey, this boss that has these special abilities that would make it, you know, very, you know, perfect for this kind of thing. Why don't we have that character be the one that does something? You know what I mean? Like, put them in or something. Mm-hmm. So, I don't know. Like, I just thought it was cool they incorporated Dragoon like that. It's really cool.
I think this is the last time I'm going to say it. But limited. He's green.
He's green.
He looks pretty sick. Like, it's just that more, like, Chinese dragon look with the green. It's really nice. And I just noticed he has like a karate belt in front. I've never noticed that before.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty cool.
It's really cool. They kind of like super cranked up the dragon aspects of him, you know, which I think is kind of awesome. I just like that they gave his chest that awesome translucent armor. You know, that you know indicates that they're really powerful or something. And I like that he has that yellow stuff. I don't know, like a mustache coming off of his face. I just think it adds some nice angles to him, and it just looks really good.
Yeah, he's the eternal dragon over here. The mustache.
Yeah, he became Shenron.
Yep.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. Also, slight correction. He's not a limited. He's extreme.
I know, I was gonna point it out, but then I didn't because I didn't want to interrupt you. I turned into Kyo Channing for a minute.
Sorry, I was I was too quick for you, bro. But there's really no difference between extreme and limited. They're basically the same thing, conceptually.
Yeah.
I just know that someone's going to point it out, and they're going to be like, actually...
Ha, we beat you to it.
Yeah, we beat you to it. We took that away from you. Stole your joy.
Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe, nerd!
Speaking of nerds, I'm going with Spike Rose Red on X5.
Oh, yeah. That's a pretty good one. I was tempted to pick him, actually. But I figured he would be a popular choice, so I thought I'd go in the other direction.
Yeah, he's just Kurama, you know, he's got the rose web. And it's just like the same thing I said about Plant Man. How it's like the vines wrapping around the leg. Oh, so cool. And
I think we're starting to find out that you might be into bondage.
Shut up.
He didn't even have a good comeback for that. You see that, guys? I'm onto something.
Oh no! Cut this out! Cut this out! But no, oh man, just the like the frills that are like leaves on the shoulders, and then on, I guess, the sleeves that are the the rose blooms, and the one petal in front of his face that's like, like edgy hair.
The little droopy anime one.
It's so cool. I love this design. It's just got a few colors, and it's before things got really complicated. Like it's very readable. It's got just a few colors, and it's very, very striking. And it's
to the point.
You've been a thorn in my side for the last time.
Good night, everybody.
Alright, everyone, so I hope you enjoyed the video. Please comment down below if you have any other suggestions for us.
Yep, I hope you enjoyed the very last episode of Ramblin Reploids.
Yeah, X5 is where the X series is supposed to end, so we're done, right? This is where it all finishes. Because things in Mega Man never get undone, right?
Yeah. There's no the end.
There is no X6. X6 never happened.
Who's your favorite X5?
I'm gonna go with okay.
Oh.
Shining Firefly, also known as Izzy Glow, was debating on which name to address him by.
Look at that mustache.
I love him. He's got a bug mustache. I just think he's cool. I think his design is really cool, but I gotta tell you, the thing that really sells him for me, and this is kind of unfair, it's his theme song. His stage music is like the best in X5. Okay. I love it. I think the laboratory music is just it's so good. I don't really care for the stage that much. Like once you get inside, I'm like, okay, I could take it or leave it. Right. But it's the music. It's just so good. He's just this cool little dude who is like a firefly, and they were like, well, what if he had lasers? And I'm like, yes, more lasers, please.
Yeah.
I want a laser bug. And yeah, I really like that he to me, he always looked like he has like goggles on, and he has like, like this like mustache that he twirls, and like, it's kind of funny that he like, it looks like he sits on his own ass. Like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like his butt is so big that he could kind of like rest on it somehow. Like while flying. I don't know how that works, but it's just it's such a cool idea to take like a firefly and turn that into a boss. That is a good animal that has a neat real world gimmick that you were turning into a boss. So really like him. I like his small stature. I think it's cool when there's like smaller Mavericks, that have like interesting or cool powers. And yeah, I just like his color scheme too. Like the red and black just worked really well. And I don't know, he really stands out to me. But it's mostly that music, man. Like, damn, it's just so good.
Yeah, he's a great little design. The only thing I've got against him is using his weapon to get that one capsule.
Yeah, everyone hates that part, and I don't blame you at all.
But aside from that, like, excellent.
Yeah, good stuff.
Most good. Viewers at home, you can check the most good counter on your bingo board. All right. You ready for X6?
I'm never ready for X6, but let's just dive right in.
That's my guy, Metal Shark Player. Stupidest name, coolest design.
Yeah, I was not sure what to go with, but he definitely popped up on my radar.
He's wearing like a fancy suit. He's got that big old honking anchor, and it looks like his legs and feet have like teeth on them. It's just I love this design.
Yeah, he's got a really sick design, and I like that. He has like an anchor that he's using as like a weapon. Like, I just think that's a cool idea of like holding this like anchor sword thing. And I also like that they weren't scared of giving him like actual like hammerhead like an actual hammerhead shark head. Like, I guess he kind of has to have it, but like it's just cool to see that they're going with these like weird shapes. I'm just glad that they're doing that. I think that's super cool.
And I love that he can summon past Mavericks, like out of the junk.
Yeah, that's cool.
Chameleon, Centipede, and Hornet. And also, when you charge up his weapon, you just get a rain of Storm Eagles. That's
cool. Suddenly it's Storm Eagles.
And that's like one of the best moves in the game, so yes, please. I'll take it.
Yeah, that one's really awesome.
But, yeah, just, I love the design so much. It just, like, it's a suit, but it's also like it looks like combat ready, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And it's just cool, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But his name. Take it away.
Yeah, I don't understand his name. I don't know what's going on with that. You couldn't have just called him, like, Metal Shark or something like that?
Trashy Shark!
Yeah. Exactly.
That's what I got.
I am basically just going to echo everything I said in X5, and I'm going to go with Ground Scaravich. I like him for all the same reasons I like Shining Firefly.
Yeah, he's even got the mustache.
He's an old man bug. I don't know why that's so appealing to me, but I love it. I just think he's got a good design. He looks like he's got glasses on. He's just a little old man bug.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's cool that he's like a dung beetle and he rolls around like giant rocks at you. Like, I don't know why that's just a cool idea to me.
Oh my god, his voice when he's pushing those things, and he's like pushing the big one, and he's like screaming. That cracks me up. It's so funny.
Yeah, it's really funny watching. It's really funny watching the rocks get bigger and bigger, and you're not thinking anything of it. You're like, yeah, whatever. This is so easy, and then all of a sudden he just hurls a rock at you the size of the screen, just completely obliterates everything, and it's like, oh my god, he's not so easy anymore. I like when he just goes back and forth, and he's like, bad day, bad day, bad day. I'm like, what is he like? What is he like, Jackie Chan Adventures over here? Bad day, bad day, bad day, bad day. But yeah, I really like him. He's got a cool color scheme. Brown isn't often used enough, I think, in color schemes. He looks like he's into construction. That's pretty cool. And just as a fun fact, which is bonus points for why I think he's awesome, he's one of the only Mavericks that Alia straight up killed.
Mm-hmm.
According to Alia, he snuck into Dr. Light's laboratory and also the warehouse where Zero was found. And those areas are forbidden. And so therefore, Alia had no other choice but to straight up murder him.
God, under whose orders? That's a little bit harsh.
Yeah, it's a little. I don't know how she did it.
You know,
it was forbidden knowledge. He wasn't supposed to be there. I guess it's dangerous. So
you think they put a lock on the door?
Well, maybe he broke in. Who knows?
Maybe. He just threw dung at it until it opened.
Yeah, he started screaming with a giant boulder, and that's when he caught everyone's attention.
Oh boy, yeah, very cool design. He's another sit down boy.
Mm-hmm.
And that's
another sit down boy.
Yep.
Yeah.
And he's yellow and brown. That's cool.
And he's yellow and brown.
Well. You know who else is yellow and brown?
Who's that?
Borsky. I have no idea what the color scheme is. He's got yellow on it. I'll take it.
It's in there somewhere.
But I'm going Borsky for one specific reason, and it has nothing to do with the game itself, but personal anecdote. Because just his voice and the things that he says, right? Because he's always like, "You punk! Why I oughta?" You know, he's like he's like the Three Stooges, but also like a real chowderhead. But like it was when X7 first came out. You know, I'm sitting at home playing it, and then my dad comes home from work or whatever he was doing, and he's just cracking up because like that's like his style of humor. You know, like like you punk and. Why I oughta, just like all this stuff, and he's just like losing it. And even now, if Mega Man comes up in conversation, my dad will just go, "You punk!" Just like, yes, you know, so that's just it's a really good memory to me. So
it's just been ground into his head.
Yeah. So yeah, Rydborski, his level is terrible. His design is actually okay. He's like a motorcycle,
I like his design.
But also a dude. He's got a mohawk, which we've already determined is a good thing.
Yeah. I found that all the bosses in X7 remind me more of like X1's boss design philosophy.
I can see
that.
So
I really like that about. So Rydborski fits right in with that style of boss, in my opinion.
Yeah. But I mean, that's all I've got. It's the most personal one on the list, I think, and I think that's okay.
Yeah. The one that I really like from X7 is Wind Crowrang.
Okay.
I think he's cool. I think his weapon is cool, and he's basically just like Goth Storm Eagle.
Yeah.
So I really like that. I just think he's super badass. He's very intimidating and just really cool. The only thing that I think he loses points for me on is that he has like gigantic pectoral muscles, and they put vents where his nipples should be.
Wait,
I'm just like, what?
Yours aren't like that? Oh boy.
So like that's it. That's pretty much the only thing that it draws back from me. But other than that, I think he's super cool. I think he's like a lesser appreciated boss for some reason, which really sucks because he's like crows are cool animals and he's a cool boss and he has cool weapons. So it's really a shame that he kind of gets overlooked. I mean, most of the bosses from X7 get overlooked because X7 is not great.
Well, most people will be like, well, there's an onion boss, and then stop there, instead of also being like, well, there's a cool there's Splash Warfly, he looks cool, and then there's
I mean, I like him too. Like he was a tough choice.
Those are my top two when it comes to, you know, nothing personal, you know, coming into the mix. Those two are my favorites. They're really cool.
Yeah, I really like Splash Warfly, and I also like Soldier Stone Kong. I just think he's a neat idea.
Yeah.
I think a gorilla boss is pretty cool.
He's got a big booty and shows it.
He does have a big booty. There's just good stuff. But Wind Crowrang, I'm shouting him out today because I don't think he gets enough attention. So.
Yeah. Good choice.
Yeah. Good choice. Love Wind Crowrang, and his weapon is cool. Give Zero double daggers again. That was such a cool idea. I like it. You can shoot off little boomerang slices out of him. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Wind Crowrang.
Wind Crowrang.
I just want to give another, before we move on,
Sure.
a little honorable mention to Vanishing Gungaroo. I don't necessarily love his design because it's good, but it's not really like my favorite. But I do want to give him credit for the most clever use of a ride armor ever.
Yeah, where he's in the pouch.
He's a kangaroo that sits inside of the mother's pouch, but the mother is a giant kangaroo ride armor.
I'm not the kid you used to know!
Oh my god. Shut up. Gonna take points off for the annoying voices.
I'm not the kid you used to know.
No, Red!
That's Axel.
I know, but still. They sound the same to me.
Yeah, there's like no difference in the performance.
They're both annoying. They
It
just blur together. My eyes go cross-eyed and I just block it out. Yeah, so that's what I got for X7.
Well, you're acting like a kid right now.
Oh my god. When a 14-year-old gets into an argument with a 13-year-old.
If you keep misbehaving, you won't get your snack.
Oh my god.
I can't believe it says that.
They definitely needed better voice talent to convey the sarcasm that was supposed to be in that scene.
I think it could have maybe gone a couple more drafts too, but that's way beyond the scope of this project.
It definitely is. Let's move on.
All right. X8. Bamboo Pandemonium.
It's the groaniest name ever, though.
Oh, I love it because it's so stupid. Because it's like, how do we pun also animal? I got it. But he's got the... I don't know what it's called, but I call it the Die Ranger thing. The little Sun Wukong thing that's on his chest and on his upper stomach.
Yes, I know what you mean. I don't know what it's called, but I know when you said Die Ranger, I was like, oh yeah.
It's the Die
Ranger
belt.
has one of those.
The Die Ranger belt, Sun Wukong thingy, I'm not sure what it's called, but it looks cool and it feels, he's bamboo, he's a panda, it feels very Chinese inspired, and that's like really cool. And I love that he's got these big honking fists that are also rocket launchers, and that's like really
cool. What I love about his fists is that he has crazy giant claws that come out.
Yes.
And he does like these combo moves, but then he has like this one crazy wind-up punch that just obliterates your health. It'll one-shot you at lower HPs.
Yeah, it's massively powerful. That's cool.
I love it.
He looks like he should be that powerful.
Yeah, even though he's a panda, you're like, a panda? Who the hell? And then he just, before you know it, you've been bisected into two pieces, and you're just like, oh, a panda. So, yeah, I like that. I like that he has missiles. Like, it's so crazy. Like, the idea of combining bamboo shoots and, like, missiles together. Come on. That's cool. I don't know who comes up with these things. I don't know, but they should be paid more, because these are excellent ideas. So, yeah.
Yeah, but that is my choice. I think it's an excellent design, excellent concept. The levels, take it or leave it. It's way more fun without the ride armor.
Right.
Because you actually get to go through it without being super precise. But pandemonium.
Oh my god. There's gonna be pandemonium if you say that again.
Womp womp.
I had a hard time choosing, so again, I'm just gonna go with my first choice, and then I have an honorable mention.
Sure.
I'm gonna go with Burn Rooster.
Ah, Flaming Cock.
Yeah, Flamin' Cock. Burn Rooster is just legitimately cool looking. I really like the way he looks. I never thought to combine a chicken and a Maverick, but they found a way to do it, like, in a really cool way. I like that he does, like, punches and kicks and stuff. Like, he makes me think of, like, an old, like, karate master. Like, this is, like, some ancient kung fu style or something like that. You know what I mean? I just think his attacks are really cool. He's just an awesome style Maverick. And I like that when you beat him, you have to do, like, a Metroid-style escape. You can't just beat him and win. You have to, like, escape afterwards.
Holy crap. I was kidding. Oh, man. Another name for Burn Rooster is Flaming Coxcomb?
Yeah, somehow I think the English localizers were like, that's not gonna fly.
White Hot Fowl? Like, I guess that's his designation? Whoa! Man, I always just use that as a joke. Oh, man. My world's just expanded a little. What the heck? I'm sorry.
No, it's cool. I'm happy to listen to this revelation be discovered live on camera.
But, okay, what I was going to say before, because I'm looking at the picture and it's right under it, right? But what I was going to say is, did you ever notice the temperature gauge on his belt? I've never seen that until
I have to
just
take
now.
a closer look at it. What I did like is that Burn Rooster has like a chicken's waddle, like that thing that's under their chin. I always like that they have that, and it looks like a gas canister. That was a neat idea. Oh yeah, he does have a temperature gauge on his belt. I never noticed that there before.
Yeah, but if you look right under the picture, there's Flaming Coxcomb.
Nice. I don't know, man. He's just a cool looking design. I really appreciate that the little thing on his, like the thingy that's on the top of the chicken's head, whatever you call that. It's like the little chicken mohawk. I think it's cool that it's flames. I like his shins look like chicken legs, like the skinny part of like a chicken leg. I don't know, man. It's overall just a good design. I don't know what's up with the shoulders. Those are cool shoulders, though.
Yeah.
just everything about him is cool. I like that he does karate or whatever martial art that he does. Just think it's really nice.
Maybe it's like Taekwondo
good.
or something, since it's
Yeah, he does like
kicky.
lots of kicks, so it makes me think of like Taekwondo or something.
Yeah.
But or whatever it is, he's awesome. So
Yeah.
I love it. So,
good choice.
if I could just mention my my runner-up, my honorable mention, I'm gonna go with Dark Mantisk.
That was
another bug boss. It's really hard to go wrong with many of the bug bosses because they always look so cool. Bugs are already kind of robotic looking, so
yeah.
I think they translate really well to like robot designs. I mean, really, bugs are just like biomechanical mech suits if you think about it.
Yeah.
So Dark Mantisk is cool. I like that on his wrists he has these really big like blades. And I like his face. I think his face is cool. I like the shape of his face. And just overall, just another excellent, really good design. Like X8 doesn't get enough credit for how good the designs are. So go check them out. Go check out all of the X8 designs, and you know, just take a look at them. They're pretty good all around, especially the bosses.
You know what? I never noticed that on his art, he's like a very light lavender, but then on the in-game model, he's like closer to like a gunmetal color. So that's interesting.
I wonder if that was supposed to be because like it's dark in there or something.
Yeah, that makes sense. Like this is his
I don't
actual
know.
color, but he blends in with the dark somehow.
Something like that. Yeah.
All right. Command mission. This one we kind of broke the rules because we couldn't really figure out how to do it, so we just kind of picked anyone. And I picked Ferrum because
I
Ferrum
told you
actually
before,
has...
he's into BDSM, guys.
Oh man, I didn't even put it together. But no, Ferrum has a good like story arc.
She does.
A good design. And she's one of the best characters in Dive. That helps. And I don't know, she's cool, and she makes this really odd scream when you hit her with a high damage attack. And that makes me laugh.
Nice. Is it akin to Nightmare Zero's?
It's like just the opposite version. I'll play a clip of it if I can find it isolated right here.
Nice.
But yeah, just Ferrum is cool. I'm glad, thanks to Dive, she's kind of getting a second life, you know? Because, yeah, before Dive, you know, who cared about the command mission characters as a whole? Besides people who played the game, you know, like, it's just nothing that anyone else would know. Like, I didn't know about her. But she's super cool. I like her color scheme. And she uses a whip, which is a unique weapon for the Mega Man franchise, the more I think about it.
Yeah, not too many characters have a whip.
But yeah, it's cool. I like her. Let's go on before this gets awkward.
I also like Ferrum. I think she's a neat design. I like the angularness of like her wings and her helmet. I think that's really cool. And also, I'm just happy to see more like female characters in Mega Man in general. I feel like they make for some really good designs, so I want to see more of that. My choice for bosses is Wild Django. I'm not sure what kind of animal he's supposed to be, because I don't believe a Django is an animal. He looks like some sort of like panther, or not a panther. I don't know.
This says
something. Bobcat. That's exactly what he looks like. I think he's super cool. I like his body language. He's very wild, you know? His fingers are always splayed. He's always got the claws out. I just really like the kind of like, you know, wildness and craziness of how he moves. I think he's just got a solid design. I like the little whiskers on his face. They look like a face blade. Like, He reminds me of like one of the lions from Voltron that grabs a sword in its mouth and has like a blade on either side. Makes me think of that. And my favorite thing is the ability that you use when you turn into him as Axel, where he like jumps in the air and does like a crazy cannonball slam into you. He has like a giant jetpack on his back, and like it just activates and forces him to go into like a crazy somersault. I just think that's so cool. So I don't know, he's just great design, super cool, it's very much the attitude and body language of him that makes me like attracted to that character. It's hard to pick one though, because like again, there's so many good designs. Mach Gentra is probably another one. I love that he looks like a dapper gentleman with like the coattails. He looks like he's wearing like a tuxedo. That's super awesome. And if we're including the other characters, of course, there's so many good ones. Like what is it, Rafflesian or Rafflesian? I don't remember how to pronounce it.
Yeah.
She's really awesome. I like that she's based on that crazy plant that stinks. I just think that's a cool idea. Scarface is cool, although I wish that his face was a little bit more interesting, but he is also a cool design. Just everyone looks great. And don't forget Botos, of course. I love him. He's just a ball man. They're all good. All great stuff all around. But Wild Django's the one that wins out for me. I just think he's great.
Very cool choice.
Very good. Most good.
So we are going to wrap this one up with just one more. And since Vile appears 3 times, 4 count extreme, but since he's got 3 designs throughout the series that we know of, we are going to pick which one is our favorite. So I'm going to go first. Vile Mark II from X3. By a mile. It's so good.
That is a really good design choice.
He's got the shield, he's got the blue, he's got the eye, he's got the extra gun thing on the other shoulder. It's good. It's good. And, you know, if you want to take it a step further, he's got the Goliath. He's ready. You know, he's so cool.
Yeah, this is like the definitive version of Vile. Like, he has all the best weapons. He has like the most unique and crazy ride armor that I think we've ever seen. It's really hard to go wrong with that particular design. He's just got everything. He's just so cool. It's like Vile perfected. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just, it's perfect. It's beautiful. Dr. Doppler did a great job. And
he got a mega armor cut, and that's what elevated it for, like, kid me. You know, because, like, there's a toy of Vile, you know, and then it just goes from there. I never had it, so it's you know, it's the one that got away. But, so cool. Even, like, his body language in that, you know, official art that everyone has seen where he's, like, running, I guess. And he's just hunched over like a man on a mission, but he's also just hell-bent on killing you. It's so cool. Excellent body language in his artwork. And then I will haunt you till the day you die. So cool. So cool. Excellent stuff with him. And bonus points for Mysterious Maverick, also from X3. Not sure who that is. Yeah, I don't know who he is, but he's really cool too, I think. He's got a cool silhouette. All I can say. Yeah, cool silhouette. I'm stuck. I have a choice, but I'm stuck because all of the Vile designs are good. Vile is consistently a great design. I'm gonna keep it pure, and I'm gonna go with Vile Mark I from X1. Okay. Something about the purple and gold just really does it for me, and I really like the simplicity of him. I don't know. I just really like it. I think I really like the fact that he has, like, a knee mortar. Something about that is really cool. Yeah. I'm just so familiar with X1, and I'm so attached to it, you know, since I was a kid, that I just feel like that's the design that I really like, you know? But it's really tough for me to say that, because I also really love Vile Mark V. In X8. I love everything they've done with him. He's
he looks very robotic there, like more so than a Reploid. Like he has like the square feet, and he's got like all these wires coming out of him. Like I don't know, man. It's a really tough choice. But I really like his design, both of them. So like I can't pick just one. I'm gonna my official vote is Vile Mark 1. But it's really tough because they're both so good. So I don't know. I'll just go with both. How about that? Okay. Let's just go with both.
Well, now I gotta ask: if we're going with Mark 1, are you going the X1 version with the shoulder, with the cannon inside the shoulder, or are we going with the Maverick Hunter X, where he's got the V on his head, he's got the shoulder connected to his backpack?
I am going to subvert your expectations, and I'm going to go with D-Art's Vial. D-Art's Vial is the best of both worlds. That one has all of the details from the X1 Vial that I want, but also fixes the fact that his shoulder pad doesn't really make any sense. And I like the little arm that's on the shoulder pad. It's like two little arm thingies that like bend and move or whatever. That's awesome. I love it. The one for Maverick Hunter X is also pretty good. I like that they kind of squared up his legs a little bit. I think that's neat that his shins are like kind of square, and it almost seems to hint at like the evolutions that he would go through towards X8. But I really, 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 really prefer the X1 design over the Vile design in Maverick Hunter X, only because I did not like that they were redesigning all the bosses in Maverick Hunter X, and so it felt like sacrilege to me that they touched Vile. Granted, they didn't change too much, and I would dare say that Vile is improved in the Maverick Hunter X design, but the D-Arts design takes the best parts of both and combines them, and I'm like, this is the definitive version of like what I want Vile to look like, in my opinion.
It's good. So you like the Maverick logo on the forehead the most?
Maverick logo on the head, shoulder cannon over the shoulder, and I like the backpack they gave him in the D-Arts figure versus the backpack that he has in Maverick Hunter X, which is slightly different.
And that promotional art where it's like X and 0 like down, and he's got both cannons out.
He's got both cannons, and he's just like, I'm gonna drink tonight, and then he's like, oh crap, it tastes like mud.
They didn't need to do that, but they did, and it's so cool.
But they did, man. No, ain't nobody gonna convince me otherwise that D-Arts wasn't the best line of Mega Man toys we ever got. Like,
so beautiful.
The best. I really wish that it continued. I'm so disappointed that it didn't. I want to track down a contact in Bandai. And I want to ask them, does anyone have that prototype Ride Armor? Can I please buy that off you?
Oh, yeah.
I want it. I want that Ride Armor.
Yeah. Oh, well.
What are you going to do?
Yep. So much for ending on a happy note. But, what are your favorites? There are many, many good choices all over to pick from.
Yes.
And,
what are some of your favorite Mavericks? Let us know down below what your favorite Mavericks are and why. Is it because of their design, their stage music, or something else about them? Let us know. Tell us how wrong we are when we say which ones of ours are our favorites, and then we'll laugh and not respond. Because we love our favorites, and we're not going to let anyone take those away from us. No, but for real, this is a lot of fun. I really like appreciating the design choices. I like looking at the little doodads all over the Mavericks and finding out like how they function and what they do. Like, who's that temperature gauge for on Burn Rooster? Is he gonna like look down at his own belt to see how hot he is? Like, what's that all about? I think, what is it? Flamestag also has like a temperature gauge on his chest somewhere. Why does he need one? But whatever, man. It's awesome. That's all part of the fun. Yeah, I don't know. That's all I got.
Yeah. Well, thanks for coming, and a special shout out to Ruby Spears Vial with the skull-shaped head.
Also, yes, great design.
It's so good. Okay, really, thank you for coming. Let us know your favorites. Look forward to least favorites, and yikes. Or least bestes.
Least best.
Yeah. And we'll catch you on the flippy.
Take it easy, everybody.
Hey, thanks for watching. As always, big thanks goes out to Sylby, Dano, Sigma, Duckman, Dornor, Masterman, Adachi, Darupi, Aiden, Sprinkwing, and the rest of our supporters. Be sure to let us know your favorites in the comments. See you next time.